Welcome back to Set Streets Needs, guys. I am, of course, Chris Bauer. Behind me is Ren. You guys probably recognize him from the fandom. He does amazing work on animatronics, and I'm so excited to be here in front of his Sergeant Pepe's Lonely Hearts Club Band door. And he's going to open it and show me some amazing animatronics. And I hope you guys will stick around for it. Let's go see it. Sergeant Pepe's Lonely Hearts Club Band. I like it.
Ready?
I am. So your Pepe, that was from a Looney Tune chain of restaurants, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it was called Gadgets.
There's nothing like it, nothing else around. Gadgets, gadgets, the only game in town.
Your third, we're going to take you back to the golden days of the cinema. Born free. The folks up north will see me no more when I get to that Swanee shore.
Okay.
I think there was about 12 restaurants. It was mostly in the Northeast.
Yeah.
And so what happened was Warner used to own Atari and they owned Chuck E. Cheese.
Sure.
And it wasn't doing well, but they sold it. And as soon as they sold it, it was going great.
Okay.
So they wanted their own approach and they had, their own characters.
Yeah.
So they made these Gadgets restaurants. But the problem was is that the shows, Chuck E. Cheese shows were about $25,000 to make each.
Right.
These Looney Tunes shows with 12 Looney Tunes with 20 movements each were about $700,000.
I was gonna say that would be a ton more
So,
than Summer Race.
It was difficult to keep that afloat.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, I hate to break it to you, but I had Daphne and Sylvester here on Saturday.
No. I just missed them.
Yeah. So
Gotcha.
I fixed them for a client.
Yeah.
I fixed them. And they just came on Saturday and took their stuff back.
Oh.
But they did bring some new things that
Really?
not many people have seen yet.
Okay, awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing those. Now, can you tell me who this gentle bear is and where's he from?
That guy is Bubba the Bear. He was from Fantasyland in Seekonk, Massachusetts.
Oh.
He was a part of the Rock and Rollin' 50s show, which is where that jukebox backdrop is from.
Oh, that's great.
And he was with two other characters.
Yeah.
Which Bullfrog and Caleb both have.
Okay.
And he was my second character, so he's my lead guitarist.
He's awesome. Yeah, I've never seen him before.
He's one of two. So
No
the
kidding.
second one just got discovered this year.
That's
we thought it was
crazy.
1-1, but it was
Wow.
But he was the first.
That's really cool. And how about lead singer?
Yeah,
A little
so
shorter than the rest.
This little guy is Bell Bear. So he's pretty interesting. He's my most recent addition.
Okay.
And he was in an orchestra with I think about 20 other bears just like him. And I have the old thing out there. Instead of holding this, he used to hold real bells and flick his wrists. And they were actually programmed to play a song with no music.
And no, seeing his outfit, so he was more of a Christmas setup.
Christmas show,
Okay, yes. I didn't even put that. Honestly, he just looked like he had a show jacket on.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the great use of the microphone. Then that's pretty great.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And of course, big old Buford. Now, where did this one come? You guys got the whole Daniel and the Dixie Diggers
Yes,
band,
that's
didn't
right.
you?
So
I remember he posted something about that.
This is Colonel Bo, and he came from Hershey Park, actually.
That's awesome.
And it was sold to a collector who actually had the whole show.
Yeah.
He knew about Bo's existence for a while because the guy, he owned a coffee shop.
Sure.
And he kept Bo with a coffee mug in the corner.
No kid, just had it as a statue.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And little did we know, he actually had the whole show. And
That is
when he
crazy.
passed away, his family just must have donated all his stuff for free to an antique store. So Bullfrog and a few of us went out there, bought the whole thing, and we each got a character.
Dude, that is so cool.
So,
as you guys know, the only place you can see this in the U.S., the whole band right now, well, the trio, is at Huckleberry Junction there in Genesee, Michigan.
yeah.
And here, Beauregard. Well, I guess you can count Stu Leonard stores for Beauregard.
The place in Japan, the ski resort.
Well, they've got the whole 5 apparently.
There could have been a second one, but we split it up. So.
Oh, gotcha. Sure. So you got to have some parts.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then this Fantasyland, is that from a different, I assume it's not Disney Fantasyland.
No, so that's from the same, you see it says Family Entertainment Center.
Yeah.
So that came from the same place as Boba. There was a big,
Okay.
the stage design, they were on on the floor.
Yeah.
Raised up, and there was a balcony above them, like a faux balcony.
Gotcha.
And that sign was screwed into it.
Okay. That's awesome.
So I got that sign along with him.
And of course, this is definitely a Chuck E. Cheese seat.
Yes, it is.
Love it.
That's Kevin the monkey sitting on it.
Kevin, I shared your seat. I'm sorry, buddy. I had to move you. And do you have some collectibles over here?
Collectibles.
Look at the gadgets. You got gadgets, glasses, and napkins.
All right, so
There's the gadget stuff.
yeah, this is my dedicated gadget shelf. So
Yeah.
that's an original menu. I have it in a sleeve. This
awesome.
is the Pepe's. I think it was the costuming verification check.
Oh,
I found
okay.
it. It was on his base. It was sun faded, so you can't read it. But I believe costuming was the last thing, and once it was done,
That
we
makes
sent it
sense.
off.
That makes sense.
And then that gray thing right there.
Yeah.
It actually came with the perfume bottle, but it's not meant for that. It's Daffy's tuning knob for his guitar.
That's
So
cool.
the person I got it from had the wrong idea. So I got it.
It does look like the perfume bottle topper, though.
Yeah.
I could see them saying that.
And I have 2 sets of tokens.
Because they obviously had an arcade inside
Right.
the restaurant
But
there.
sadly, there's no Pepe token.
Wow. I can't believe, I have never heard of gadgets.
Yeah.
I just knew that Warner Brothers had done a line of like a restaurant thing. It's almost, basically, I guess it really was a Chuck E. Cheese, but
It
That's
was
pretty
Chuck
crazy.
E. Cheese, but no pizza. It was fine dining.
oh,
at
fine,
a
okay.
bar.
So it's almost like a Rainforest Cafe with an arcade.
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
So they tried to market it as being an adult restaurant, but there was an arcade.
Of course, sure. Bring the family out and have a fine dining experience.
And then here's my packed Chuck E. Cheese stuff.
I like it.
So I just got some modern plushes. These are all the production tags for my Cyberamics.
Oh, that's awesome.
So there's a.
I'm glad you kept them.
Yeah.
That's
So
really
you can
cool.
see they were mostly made in the early to mid year of '82.
Oh, of course.
I got
Hot
it.
era for that. There we
Then we
go.
got some older style plushes.
Yeah.
This is an old curtain control for the 2 stage.
Oh, that's cool. Looky there.
And then down on the bottom is my non-Chuck E. Cheese, non-Rockefeller.
I like
one
that.
more.
Is that the Circus Pizza pamphlet, or what was that from?
Which
This
one?
lion, the lion
Oh.
on the director's chair.
So that's actually for the company that made those 2 bears.
Oh, okay.
It was for the IAPA convention.
Oh,
the brochure to
sure.
advertise. I'll take it out later so you can see
That's
it. if you want.
awesome. And what's that badge to?
That was for the Bullwinkle's restaurants. The employees were called Mounties.
No kidding.
So they,
and they had
they
actual
wore
name
those.
tags were actual.
Yeah, the name would probably slide in there.
Dude, that's cool. I like that. I have to comment, like, I love the idea that you have, not only did you piece the animatronic band together, but they each have also a backdrop situation.
Yeah.
It's like they're distinguishable 3, parts, basically.
Obviously, they don't go together. So
Right. I just think it's a great idea.
Yep.
And this is very unique to be able to piecemeal a show together
Right.
out of completely different era animatronics from different places. That's very unique. I like that.
So over here, so on top shelf, this is all the
Yeah.
lighting stuff over here.
Oh, sure.
I
Yeah.
have one of those
Gotta have
McDonald's
it.
cups
Of
that
course.
showing in Jacob's video.
There's some Stu Leonard's
yeah.
Chiquita Banana
So
Lady.
the company VP Productions, you'll get to know them when I explain
Yeah.
things. They do all the Stu Leonard stuff.
Oh, that's okay. So
So,
they're who's do that. All
I
right.
visit the factory a lot, the shop. So this is the heads for the little chicks from the
Oh,
Fortress
sure.
Five.
Yeah.
There's 2 of those.
That's
Normal
awesome.
plushes. Those are extra hands for my bear.
Okay.
This is
Some
the
wardrobe.
optional outfit for the bear. He can be a country guy.
Yeah.
This is an extra bow foot from Celebration Station.
Nice.
This is my Beauregard's old mask down here.
Wow.
This is a Neanderthal head with a Storyland hat. And this is the Hershey Park Daniel mask.
Oh, that's awesome. There's old Daniel.
Because Caleb molded it and I took it.
That is great.
And then I have a replica Tweety mask down there.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Gadgets. And that's Pepe's old valve.
You're kidding. That thing looks like the inside of an old 50s television.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
I started out for the fittings.
That looks ancient. That is crazy. You got a Gadgets t-shirt they would have sold there at the show or at the restaurant. Wow. That is awesome.
And that's my Bell Bear's.
His old face and head.
I had Caleb engineer a mouth movement. They They couldn't talk because there was no.
No
dialogue.
kidding. So you guys basically fabricated what's there now, so he could sing.
Head. This is all new head.
Dude.
So we made a opposable jaw.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that is really awesome, man.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, is everybody ready? Yeah! Well, then let's do it! Hello, my name is Chuck E. Cheese. Instead of songs today, we've got a symphony. We want to show we have some class. We have some style. We have panache. But we had to find an orchestra that lives for beats of pie instead of cash. That's right. 'Cause it takes a lot of instruments to play this stuff and make it come out right. It takes a drum, some piccolos, violins and oboes, tubas, clarinets, and harps. To hit those flats and sharps, you got to have some guys in suits with trumpets, timpanis, and flutes. It takes a cello, and a banjo, and a banjo.
Back in the hills where I come from, I learned to play. Beethoven's been on the banjo the country way. It's kinda hard to do, but I will try for you. Play magic fingers, play.
I guess we're having a strong fun now.
Wow! For a short-haired dog, you sure can play long-haired music.
Okay, Jasper, bring it on home. It's okay. Make you big man. A country man. Play the playground. Play the man.
I sing all day to kitchen walls, but I love to croon in concert halls. Trade beats are do for do, re, mi, and sing the classics of Rattigally. But still it's true, there's something Caruso could never do. Just to start with the groove and bake a special pizza pie for you. Now, if we may, we will play Flight of the Bumblebee. That won't be hard. In my yard, I found one easily.
You brought a real live bee in here?
That just shouldn't be allowed. Dear me, where is the bee?
I think he flew into the crowd.
Punch, you best think of something quick.
You could whack it with a stick.
Or attack it with a brick.
We
A fate worse than death.
This reminds me of the circus where I saw an act I'd never seen before.
Tell us more.
One man was juggling torches, taming lions on a wire way up off the floor. How exciting!
Wow!
If not for that, I would have gone to sleep, 'cause classic music can become a bore.
Jasper, classical music is never boring, especially from this composer.
Well, who is he?
Cacciaturian.
No. You know, Helen, Jasper's right. That slow, syrupy classical music just puts me to sleep.
No, that's just nonsense, and I prove it to you right now.
When robins sing a happy little tune, I hear the voice of spring. When lovers kiss beneath the moon, I hear the voice of spring.
The song you hear inside your heart.
But can never sing it.
There's no other music quite as sweet as the voice of spring.
Well, that was a bouncy little number.
It sure was. Lunch, where did you learn to play the spring like that?
I learned it in spring training.
But you folks ain't heard nothing yet, because coming up next is our grand finale.
That's pronounced finale.
Whatever.
Lunch, did you get some noisemakers?
Yeah, at the Army surplus store.
Army surplus store, what did you buy?
Just a little cannon so I can shoot a salute, and a couple cannonballs so I can make some noise.
And beagles and fireworks, cherry bombs, blasting cats, powder kegs and labor lines and waving cannon boys.
7 tons of TNT, nitro and hand grenades, skyrockets and sparklers, and that isn't all.
A German tank, a buried pistol, Roman candles, guided missiles, howitzers, and active guns. Won't it be a ball?
And remember, kids, we're trained musicians. Don't try this at home.
Now to light the fuse. Nope. Oh, shucks. I'm out of matches. But I think I've got a lighter in one of my pockets.
I didn't know much about lighter.
I didn't even know we had pockets.
We better wrap this up.
But we'll be ending the show with a real bang. And now you better take a classical, a little wretched and fantastical, and rate the buzzers for an awful lot of fun.
Who else would write a song ending with a gun? I found my lighter.
We know.
Before we go, we send our sympathy to really lovers of the symphony. We thank you for attending with this grand finale ending. Oh, Junkie Jesus Classics Show.
And we'll be back once the smoke is cleared. See you then.
Yeah, you guys, these things looking great, dude. Wow. Yeah, so where did you end up getting these, and how were they put together, and where'd they come from?
Yeah, so these were found earlier. I actually first learned about them last year.
Yeah.
So there was a guy who did fairs and carnivals,
Sure.
and he had he had 2 of those Jethro P hogs.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And so that's what caused Caleb to reach out to him.
Yeah.
And so he said, so I have these 2 Jethros, and then sometime during the conversation he said, I also have these 5 showbiz characters, but they're not
No
very
big
good.
deal.
Yeah. So that's when we started
Oh,
seeing
do
it.
you?
Yeah. So it took a while to get the first set of pictures. That was in December of last year.
Yeah.
And we got that first set of pictures, I think, on like the 15th, and we went to go get these guys on the 13th.
I would imagine. I would imagine.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
From the Louisville, Kentucky Pizza Time Theater.
No kidding. Wow. And he just had them all these years.
Yeah, he did.
Were they in storage?
He had them in a warehouse, yeah.
No kidding.
So I'll show you some of the pictures or videos later of us.
Oh, that'd be great.
Walking in, they're all just sitting there.
Probably had for 20 years.
Yeah, he actually went. him and his dad went to go buy kitchen equipment.
Yeah.
And when they got there at the tail end of the auction, and the auctioneer said, we're throwing these out, so you can take them if you want them, but you just have to make them unrecognizable.
Yeah, right.
And so
right.
when I got them, they had no snouts, no clothing or anything.
So did they tear them off, or did they?
So he got to do it himself, so he got the chip.
Okay, good. Wow. Well, I love the work you guys have done on. Honestly, they just look amazing. They're in great shape.
I gotta do some live work.
Jasper, I like your French shirt and your kerchief. He's so sleepy. Your Pizza Time Theater mask. So you're just needing a half-body Pizza Time Theater helmet. I'll definitely keep my eyes open for you. Of course, you're probably more plugged in when those things come up for sale than even I am.
Yeah.
I surely do. Let's jump into this corner. First off, you got one of the old Italy postcards.
It's the postcard. I think it's the earlier version.
It would have been in the early 90s, mid-90s, something like that.
This came from New London, Connecticut.
Love it.
The technician took it when they were closing.
Love the old logo.
And it was on eBay, local pickup only.
No
so I got
kidding.
it for 100.
Oh my God, what a bargain.
Yeah, because no one would have.
Of course, yeah. What am I going to do with this? Of course, one of the little Warhols.
It's from Illinois.
And the caution web floor.
I got that pretty cheap too.
Heck yeah.
And I got a little corner here.
Of course, we got some plush. Love the old replica sign.
This truck's actually interesting.
Yeah.
It's a factory error. His mouth is sewn on.
Ah, look at that. It sure is. His teeth are really on the bottom.
Could be rare. I don't know.
Oh, that I would say that probably is. Well, where's this Mr. Frog from?
Yeah, so this was one from my client, my friend George.
Yeah.
They just picked up, they did a little trade-off. So they took Daffy and Sylvester. And,
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, and they dropped off this frog. So he's from Captain Andy's Rivertown Review.
Okay, I don't think I know that
And
one.
it was super obscure. It's not around anymore. But I believe, I'm probably going to butcher the story.
Yeah.
When Walt's nephew took over at Disney,
Okay.
he became CEO when Roy died.
Oh, sure, yeah.
A group of the Imagineers didn't really like him.
Yeah.
So they went on strike. They left.
Okay.
They formed their own company, and they made this one-off show.
Really?
Then when Roy Jr. left, or whoever was the CEO,
Yeah.
they all went back and made Splash Mountain.
No kidding. So it's kind of a predecessor.
To me, he looks just like Brer Frog.
I mean, I'm not going to say he doesn't, because he looks like he belongs on that old animatronic show, that ride. He looks great.
So
So you're going to get him up and running?
Yeah, he'll need a new face.
That's awesome. Then over here.
So this is also George's. This is Underdog.
That's awesome. Now he would have been in a Bullwinkles, right?
So he was part of the big show. He was from Federal Way, Washington.
Oh wow.
A lot of my friends went. They found a show, and they each got a couple characters.
Dude, that's so cool.
So I went to Philadelphia and I brought Underdog back. And
Yeah.
He's awaiting restoration.
Sure.
Because Daffy and Sylvester were done. So this guy's next. This is a Halloween. It is pneumatic.
It sure is, isn't it?
This is a Halloween head prop.
Wow.
That I might try to get running one day.
Yeah.
And then this guy is also new from this weekend.
Oh, Bullwinkle.
This is a Bullwinkle who's missing a lot.
He sure is.
Have the cosmetics. I just don't have them right now.
Sure.
He is missing the legs, the mechanical part.
Yeah.
So that's what we'll have to do.
I guess he had a foot tap motion, didn't he?
Yeah, he's missing the whole. They just unscrewed him from the barrel. I think.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
That's why he's so short.
I was gonna say because he just sits on it. He almost could recreate the legs without the foot tap.
But one day, my friend George, he has every character but Rocky and Boris Natasha.
No kidding. From like the big show from the Bullwinkle. Oh, that's cool.
He's got like the frog hopping.
Yeah.
All that stuff. So
that's awesome.
Dudley. So we're gonna try to get a full Bullwinkles back together.
That is pretty cool. I dig that. Hold on,
just,
don't gloss over Chuck hiding in the wall here.
That's a replica print.
That's awesome. I like the way you got him in there. Yeah. It's like he's stuck in the wall. Yeah.
So these things.
Cheetos curls.
These are props from a grocery store.
It looks like it'd be Jungle Gyms or something, where they would be like up above the soda section.
But you can see the mechanisms are pretty.
So they just kind of go back and forth.
And so it actually is the same mechanism as it's similar to what maybe Warblettes or the Beagles.
Oh sure, yeah, where they just kind of go back and forth, side to side.
Turn these into something better.
Dude, that would be cool, man. A singing Pepsi bottle in Cheetos bag. Yeah. How cool would that be?
Tracking! The minutes are coming! Forces are pouring with law, ready to
time ago, the signs were all friends again. I know that! I was referring to the rock invasion. This is a rock music show, you know? Did you forget about the British? No, I just forgot. Henry the eighth I am. Henry the eighth I am. I got married to the widow next door. She's been married 7 times before, and everyone was an Henry. She wouldn't like a Willie or a Sam. I'm a raked old man, I'm Henry. Henry the eighth I am. I'm Henry the eighth I am. Henry the eighth I am. I got married to the widow next door. She's been married 7 times before, and everyone was an Henry. She wouldn't have a Willie or a Sam. I'm a raked old man, I'm Henry. Henry the eighth I am.
I was going to be a rock singer.
I think you better stick to making pizza.
I've got to get satisfaction.
Hey, BC, I heard the weather in Britain was real different. Now, why is it rain so much over there? Probably because they need some reason to carry all those umbrellas around.
All the people stare as if we were not quite the same. In the sun, the ice was melting, no more sheltering now. Let me feel now.
Folks, here's the sound for some real British rock and roll royalty. Rolling Stone.
And a crossfire hurricane. And a house and my mind that's driving rain. But it's all right now. In fact, it's a gas. But it's all right. I'm talking jack flash, she's a gas, gas, gas. I'm talking jack flash, she's a gas, gas, gas.
Whoa, I gotta catch my breath. And we're gonna catch you in a little bit. And this time we'll do some good old Yankee rock and roll.
Now, Ren has only been doing this since, you said 2020, right?
Yeah.
That's incredible. Like, he's put all this together just since 2020. And you guys almost have your own young mafia going with between you, Caleb, and Bullfrogs Banjo, and some of the other guys. They have all these network of different animatronics, not just Chuck E. Cheese, not just Showbiz, but Bullwinkles and shows I've never heard of, and Looney Tunes and everything. It's pretty neat. It's cool to see that interest come to fruition in an actual multiple animatronic shows in a basement. It's pretty awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Chuck E. Cheese presents a band coming at you faster than the speed of sound. So here they are, Munch's Make Believe Band.
From Abilene to Kalamazoo, Bismarck to Mobile and to Little Rock too. From New Hampshire down to New Mexico, climb aboard if you wanna go. Going sightseeing, yeah, come on, we going sightseeing. Going sightseeing, yeah, going sightseeing. Everybody come along. From Tallahassee to Bonaparte, all the way from California down to Arkansas. Come along, get a seat on the bus.
I just sit back and leave the driving to us.
Because we're going sightseeing, going sightseeing, going sightseeing, going sightseeing. Come on, we're going sightseeing. Everybody come along. Yeah,
So it'd either be Munch or Pasquale. Am I close?
Lock in your answer.
Okay, let's go Pasquale.
It's Munch.
It is Munch. Now I got it.
Yeah.
Wow. So he's just, everything about him's good to go.
Yeah, body fur's real, gloves are real. This is from real fur, the mask.
Oh,
the
that's
snout.
awesome.
So yeah, when I got them, they all came with the base heads.
Yeah, sure.
So it was just these heads.
Wow. And did what, the naked, like, skeletal
yeah,
body?
I'll
I
show
got
you
you.
the picture and send
Yeah,
you
yeah,
and
yeah.
insert it.
That'd be awesome.
The only exception was Pasquale had his hair and his hat.
Okay.
So,
That makes
but yeah,
sense.
his shirt and his hands and his face, his replica.
I mean,
his concertina.
They look good, like, when they're performing, so it's
Yeah.
hard to tell which ones are original, which ones aren't.
Yeah.
I mean, they're really, you guys got them really cooking. That's awesome.
I think one of the best things is this vest.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
custom made off of real patterns. So.
No kidding. Okay, I was going to ask about it because it looks almost new, and I'm like, that is an
Yeah.
original, like, you know, off of
that's-
one of the original, well, I guess after the checkered vest.
Right. Yeah.
But that
I
is,
picked this one over
that's
it.
awesome.
Because these guys actually, I have the only cybers that we know of that came from the C stage.
Oh, okay.
So Munch and Pasquale were in the windows, and they actually
Gotcha.
have unique. You can kind of see it. His shirt's
Yeah.
on. They have. I'm the only one with these body shows that are unique to Munch and Pasquale.
No
I
kidding.
don't know why they're like that, but it makes them have really broad.
Yeah, like they're
shoulders.
like football pads or something.
Yeah,
That's
but it was just those
interesting.
two characters in the window.
Wow.
And,
I wonder why.
They're all finished now. Because I just got these gloves last week.
Man,
That was
that's
the last thing I
awesome.
needed.
Well, they're looking phenomenal.
Yeah.
They're a good 4-piece band.
Yeah.
You'll be fine
I
until
got-
you
I
can
got all
find
the
a
male-
lady.
the male singers.
That's
No-
right.
No more bliss. No male.
The Barbershop Quartet of the
Yeah.
Chuck E. Cheese Pizza Time Theater. So, a lot of you guys will probably remember this was about in the spring or early summer. It was spring.
It was June, maybe.
Okay, June. Yeah, that sounds right. It was all over the boards. There was a picture of a found showbiz character out in front of it. It was an antique store, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. In Virginia?
Yep.
Crazy. Been sitting there for years. No one had noticed it. And someone posted a picture of it. I was like, isn't this Fats Geronimo? And Ren was like, get the keys. Because here he is from Virginia. Now, what was the story? Did they have a story behind it?
Oh, I have a big story about my experience with him.
Yeah.
And how they got it.
Okay.
So to begin with, it was in May, I believe.
Yeah.
I got a text from my grandfather, and he just sent unsolicited. He sent me a picture of decrepit Fats on a balcony, and so I immediately called him.
The dream.
Yeah. So he goes to rural Virginia.
Yeah.
Every year for a Civil War.
Oh, reenactments. Yeah, sure.
And his GPS, he's been doing it for like 2 decades probably.
Wow.
His GPS put him on this detour just this one time.
No kidding.
And he drove by this, and he was like, you gotta pull over because he knows about everything.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So he sent me the picture, and I tried, I called the owners, gave them an offer, and
Right.
they said no. So I moved on for a bit. I was gonna come back to it later. 'Cause
Sure.
it was in the middle of nowhere. I didn't think anyone would
No,
find
I
it.
clearly have been there for
Yeah.
years. Nobody
And
cared.
then, lo and behold, a month later, someone drives by and posts a picture. So I immediately called him back.
You're like,
give him a higher
you're about to
offer.
get besieged.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I talked to the guy, and he told his son, he was like, hang up the phone right now. There was another person calling while I was.
Oh, I'll
'cause
bet.
He sold it to me.
Uh-huh.
So I put down, and gave him a deposit, and
Yeah.
I went the next week.
Oh, yeah. That's amazing.
And briefly, the story about the character himself,
Yeah.
how they got it is, so this guy, his parents used to buy, the business was buying storage lockers that were
Oh,
unpaid
okay.
for.
Sure.
And his parents found a used Rockfire in a unit.
Wow.
So they bought it, and then the guy who sold it to them called them back and said, the person that owned that unit has another one, brand new in crate, sitting in a different unit, and they have one being used in a restaurant.
Are
And
you kidding
They
me?
went and they went and bought those too. And what ended up happening, this was all in they got them in the 90s, and
Right.
they let them sit until probably
Sure.
the early 2010s.
Sure.
And they left them in a barn. A lot of them were perfect. They were crated.
Of course they were.
And they ended up deciding that they were not usable, so they scrapped 3 shows, but they kept him because he was new in the crate. And so he was perfect, and then I think in 2017 they put him on the porch, and that's how he got rotted. So he
Why would they have
he
put him
wasn't
on the-
really that he wasn't out there very long, but it did a number on him.
So his mechanics though
Yeah,
are
so
basically brand
you
new.
can't really see it, but his airlines, that there was no grease, there was nothing. So he was mechanically brand new. It was just a cosmetic refresh.
Yeah, sure.
So
Dude, that is
that's the
outstanding.
story of my fats.
I'm so glad that you got him. I mean, it's really a crazy that they just had him sitting out there. No big deal.
And he didn't have all the. This is a new mask. There's no latex parts, so I only have one hand right now.
Sure.
And I have this is a cyberamic organ. That's
Okay,
on it.
sure, yeah. Still works though.
It still works. So. All right.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yep.
I can't believe you got this bad boy up and running. That is amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, the world's most advanced entertainment has now joined forces with the world's finest pizza. Welcome to Showbiz Pizza, where we're glad to meet you and treat you. Just a place to celebrate. We want you to enjoy yourself, so sit back and relax. We're gonna put a smile upon your face, so make sure that you treat your
This song is an old folk song called 16 Tons. And my great grandpappy used to sing it to me when I was just a little bitty baby. And it's about.
It's about your weight?
Now, if you don't cut that out, I'm going to.
Sit on me, right? Fats.
I'm thinking about it.
Hey. Hey. I was just joking around, right? I was playing with you, bro.
Yeah, bro. Some people say a man is made out of mud. A poor man's made out of muscle and blood. Muscle and blood and skin and bone. A mind that's weak and a back that's strong. So 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go out my soul to the company store. I was born one morning when the sun didn't shine. I picked up my shovel and I walked to the mine. I loaded 16 tons of number 9 coal, and the straw boss said, well, bless my soul, you load 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go out my soul to the company store. I was born one morning, it was drizzling rain. Fighting and trouble are my middle name. I was raising a cane, break my old mama line. Oh, a hot-tongued woman make me walk the line. You load 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go out my soul to the company store. If you see me coming, better step aside. A lot of men did, a lot of men iron, and the others still. If the right don't forget you, then the lefty one will. You know, 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store.
Daniel's hat.
I'll show you one by one.
Dude, that's awesome.
So I have the Hershey Daniel mask.
Okay.
And this is his hat.
And that's his hat that went on.
So.
Boy, it's so much bigger off of him.
Yeah.
I never even realized how big that hat is until you're holding it.
So hopefully I'll get Daniel here.
Oh, dude, that would be cool.
We have a mold for his mask.
Yeah.
And we had to make new ears.
Maybe you can save up and make Celebration Station any of them and offer and get their animatronics. They're just sitting up there as statues.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, there's one in South Carolina, there's one in Florida, and one in Texas, and they both have Beauregard and either Daniel or
Jethro.
Yeah, and they're just sitting there.
So this
That's
right here,
awesome.
this is Stevie Fingers from the Electric Mice Orchestra.
Okay, that's a great
This is his hat. This is his glasses that got repainted.
Some sweet shades.
Yeah.
That's really cool. That's so 70s.
I have a lot of my stuff. I have a lot of George's stuff.
Yeah. That's really cool. Yeah. Oh, dude, thank you.
It's a flyer.
That is awesome. I love animatronic-related gifts. Langley the Lion.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, I like that.
That company VP, I work, so you're aware of Caleb, right?
Yes.
So he used to live in Augusta, about 40 minutes from here.
Sure.
He just moved to Connecticut. He got a job as the animatronics specialist for Stu's.
No kidding. Good for
He
him.
moved to Connecticut.
That's right. He did send me a video about the Yonkers. He's like, we did a lot of work in here today. And for some reason, I'm always so used to people just hiring you guys because, hey, come work at my animatronics. I didn't even think about him actually working for them. That's great.
He just started it's been about 2 or 3 months.
Good for him, man.
But he told me to tell you, if you wanted to go to the shop, it's in Watertown, Connecticut.
Is it?
And they always have stuff coming in and out.
Okay.
I go there all the time. But the point is he has the guy, Scott, the veteran, the industry professional who owns it. He's got so much. I've been scanning thousands of photos.
That's awesome.
But some of these.
Do they have anything hooked up for programming there at the shop?
Oh, yeah, well, they're constantly have stuff hooked up. But
look
some of these
at
are
this.
Advanced Animations promo.
Dude, that's really cool. How old is the company that services those?
So VP is about 30 years old. Scott, the guy who owns VP, he used to work for Advance. They were in Connecticut. They moved to Vermont. Gotcha. So he started his own company, which is VP.
And Advance is the ones that used to do the Looney Tunes shows.
So they're the older company from the late 70s. But these were his promo materials.
Dude, I love that binder. That is so cool.
So these are all, I'm going to get all these scanned and uploaded.
Dude, that's really cool. That is really awesome. Ren, thank you so much for having me over.
Anytime.
Seeing all these awesome, the Playtime players, or Pizza Time players, not Playtime.
There you
go. The Fats sitting here. Now he's no longer getting rained on or hurricaned on. You're doing some great work with these animatronics, buddy. Keep it up. And thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.